Bam! Looks like we just came back, guys. Welcome to another edition of the Narik Chase channel. I'm Narik Chase, and I have with me Ms. MademB. We are going to continue the conversation about Jurassic Park film series, Jurassic World film series, just basically the Jurassic Park film series. Can we say Jurassic series? Jurassic. Yeah. We're gonna finish the conversation with the Jurassic series. We might even make a third video if I don't ramble too much. But without further ado, let's go ahead and continue the conversation. Now, in the last video, we ranked the best movies to the worst. Your thoughts about the films, our favorite characters, our favorite moments, and our least favorite moments. But now we're gonna talk about the problems in the series. We're going to talk about just the stuff that happens in the series that just gets very annoying. Alright. Now, there's some good to it. There's some good to the writing, but there's a lot of bad stuff to the writing. And what would you say be like some of the worst aspects of the series?
Like in terms of,
like, remember how they said Tom Cruise has a trope? Every one of his movies, he plays a certain formula. Like, my problem is I don't like the formula that they always have with the movies. One being kids. Every movie has to have a storyline involving kids.
mm-hmm.
And the first movie, the third movie, and the fifth movie, the kids made sense to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The second movie and the fourth movie, this second movie, her being on the island could have been better. The fourth movie, Jurassic World, the kids should not have been in the movie at all. In fact, I'm being too lenient. The girl in the second movie shouldn't have been in the movie at all. Malcolm, whatever his name is, shouldn't have been in the second movie at all. And them two boys in Jurassic World should not have been in that movie. They took away from all awesomeness that could have been in that damn movie.
Yeah, because why would you send your kids to stay with your sister, with their sister, aunt?
Yeah, like that was plot. That was convenience right there. You and your husband are going through a divorce, and you want the kids to be in the middle of it.
A divorce?
Yeah, ain't that what it was?
You said divorce?
No, yeah, like you and your husband.
Divorce?
Yeah. What was divorce?
You said divorce. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Stop making fun of my speech. Okay, you and the husband are going through a divorce, whatever. You're separated legally. You're legally separating, and you send your kids off to your sister, who happens to be the manager of this billion-dollar estates with all these dinosaurs in it and stuff. And one of the reasons why they had storylines because the boys did something stupid. They literally drove outside of the park, like of the where it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was dumb.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
They were kind of using that park as like a coping mechanism.
Yeah, kind of do like a back and forth to have more into the movie.
Yes, it's
switch to them trying to control whatever, and then switch to the boys getting lost and them they're getting eaten. So.
And this is one thing I said about that movie. If the movie would have strictly followed them, those two boys trying to survive that outbreak or whatever, it would have been a better movie. Or if the movie would have focused on them trying to control the outbreak, it would have been a better movie. Putting them together, that's the formula I do not like. Every movie has to have a kid in it to appeal to kids. How's that appealing to kids? These kids are almost getting killed by dinosaurs. How's that appealing?
Like the first one, what John Hammond was trying to do. Trying to make something for the kids, trying to be like Disney World, Disneyland, or whatever. But with things that, like you said, things they can actually see and touch and feel and all that. So it's like, then it was necessary to have the kids in it.
Yeah, because he was just kind of showing.
Then it kind of got more like just about the dinosaurs breaking out and all these endo species being spliced together and eating people. No, you didn't need a kid in that environment.
Yeah.
So,
like, what happened in the second movie? The girl snuck on to the ship or whatever.
like, how?
Like, how would you even in the same building to sneak on? You should have been with your mom or something. So, like, that didn't make sense. And, you know, I like the girl and everything. I do like to support the role of the girl. But she offered nothing to the movie. In the fourth movie, those boys didn't offer anything either. Nothing they did.
You can say it made no sense for them to be in the movie.
Nothing they did affected the outcome of the time. But the only thing that they might have done was warn them that a bunch of pterodactyls were coming. As the pterodactyls were coming down, or bearing down on them.
Like you're trying to tell the people it is still okay to bring your kids to this park.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So that's a trope I don't like either. Also, kind of the humanitarian aspect of it. Like, do dinosaurs have a right to live and cloning and all that? Mm-hmm. Look, I understand that the movies are focused around that theme, but y'all, they hit it too hard sometimes. Mm-hmm. They hit it way too hard sometimes.
Where they would do anything for just a little piece of that, like, little piece of that action, of the dinosaur action.
Because, and I said it's Jeff Goldblum's character in this movie. Made sense for him to be in the movie. Mm-hmm. Made sense for him to actually bring up that, like, it made sense for them to have that press conference about should they save the dinosaurs or not. Mm-hmm. So, like, that actually made sense. Them trying to force it on the other movies, no. No. They need to stop with that.
Like, where the one when they were, I want to say 3, rescuing the bull. Nope, not 3. With the pterodactyl cage and everything, he took the egg.
Yeah, that was 3.
Yeah, oh, that was 3.
Yeah.
Good. Like, okay, he got the egg. What was he gonna do with the egg? He wanted to keep that thing going. He wasn't happy working with Hammond, so he wanted to have his own little.
No, I think he just did that for money.
That's
take the egg, yeah.
He wanted to have his own little thing. He wasn't happy just doing what
Grant was saying.
Yeah.
So another thing also is how raptors, like what you said earlier, every movie they have to have the T-Rex. Mm-hmm. It always has to show up. It always has to come in some badass way and then roar. Every single freaking movie.
Because if they don't take it back to some aspect of the original, what are people going to be saying? What is an Indominus Rex? What is a Spinosaurus? What is a Splacius curvaceus?
Cause think about it. Okay, the first movie after the T-Rex killed the raptors, roar. The second movie, when the T-Rex was in the city and it was on that cliff. I don't know how they had down that cliff or whatever it was on. Roared. I even think it roared at the end of the movie. That's one reason I like the third movie, because that thing killed that T-Rex. I'm like, and then Jurassic World, at the end of that movie, roar. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I think we got 2 roars.
I think so.
Beginning of the movie, the end of the movie. So it's like, okay, that's a trope. And then the raptors being kind of like the antagonist, like the secondary antagonist, follows every freaking movie. And it's like, the raptors and the T-Rex weren't the only predators. That's one again, that's why I like the third movie, because they made the pterodactyls a predator. They made the Spinosaurus a predator. Even though they did have the raptors have their sequence.
They wanted, it seemed like either the T-Rex or the raptor, they were the main thing. They were their main thing. That's why in the last one, in Fallen Kingdom, he wanted to do something with the Indominus Rex and the raptor, not the T-Rex and the Indominus Rex. How would that look?
Which is one thing I will say I do like about the Jurassic World, where they're going with it. They're making it to where you can't keep using the same old tropes. So they're genetically making new ones new dinosaurs and stuff. So like, okay, what's the next dinosaur gonna look like? Now I don't want that to be a thing. Every movie, some dumbass makes some kind of genetically altered dinosaur, and now they got to deal with it. But it worked for Jurassic World, and it did work for this movie because you saw how it would lead to like weapon applications.
But they're still. I mean, the man said they can be controlled by humans. Look what happened. Like if you're off even one bit, that thing will kill you.
They and I want to when we do a Fallen Kingdoms review, MademB and Narik review. I'm gonna harp on that point because I don't want to throw everything into this one, but I wish they would. I'm gonna definitely address that because I did see that. But when it comes to that, they need to stop doing that. But I don't mind the genetic modification thing because I think it's like they came up with the Indominus Rex. That thing was badass. It was actually one of my favorite. Like you know what? I'm gonna throw that as one of my favorite characters.
Focus for them is focus on the carnivores.
Yeah, and it's like, but it's the only way you can make a Jurassic Park movie and make it to where natural predators of dinosaurs are the main antagonists is if they pull what they did in the second or third movie, whereas normal people getting put into that position. Some like they end up stumbling across this island and they have to survive. So now they're seeing all of these different species. Because think about it, you have the red one with the horns. I'm not sure if that's actually a regular dinosaur or if that was a genetically altered one.
I don't know. But like, okay, I know it's probably for another review. What's gonna happen in the second one? They're loose now. So what are they gonna do? Like I said, it maybe would have made more sense if they could have captured them all and put them where they was gonna put them, and then something happened.
See, but this
my thing. Or they didn't want to keep going to an island.
But this my thing. I can understand that too with the island thing. What you just said about the island. Because my thing is this: a lot of them species, it wasn't a lot of dinosaurs that they had. If you look at it, it was like maybe 30. Like, what can 30 dinosaurs do? The carnivore, I mean, yes, they can do some damage, but not all. Like, you only see one T-Rex. So what is it going to make?
They're huge. Basically, all of them can do damage.
No, but think about it. It ain't like the T-Rex is going to take over. There's only one that you saw.
I know that. But
the raptor. You shouldn't really worry about it because it's only like one.
But what is well, they're gonna probably in the next one find somewhere around it to make the raptor a mate. Or
asexual. I'm just gonna pop out a bunch of eggs for no reason.
It did do that in the first one. Life finds a way. See? Yeah, they're gonna go back to that. Life finds a way.
Oh man. Also, like with Vince Vaughn's character, I hated his character because his character was stupid. I can understand him being humanitarian to the point of being a terrorist. But like that thing where he took those bullets out that guy's elephant gun, like I don't understand how the hell he did that. You got that close to this guy that you took bullets out of his elephant gun? The thing you see him toting around the most, like how did you do that? I don't know. I don't know.
Hold up. I wouldn't say exactly. No, because you didn't see a lot of mercenaries in the Jurassic movies. Maybe 2? The ones who like really wanted something out of the dinosaurs, like the man with the teeth, the who just wanted to have a fun to kill one. Like, how many were there in the movies?
Honestly, it was Molden because he was there as the security operative, and the second one there was what's the guy's name? Timbo, who was the hunter. Mm-hmm. And the third one, no. And the fourth one, no. But it was only 3. Oh. Jurassic Park 3 did this and it pissed me off. This guy supposedly hired the best of the best to go to an island full of dinosaurs. Right. How long did that best of the best last?
Yeah, point.
that was another problem I had with that movie. If you introduce mercenaries trying to deal with this, and this goes back to what I was saying about them trying to get the ending when the raptors showed up and surrounded them. What if those mercenary guys would have showed up and saved them? That would have made more sense. Maybe if they'd have got separated. But them mugs died off. They were like the first ones to die.
Yeah.
And the raptor said, the raptor killed the last one. Who was like, you ain't even got no reason to be in this movie. They didn't even get a guy a meaningful death. Just broke the guy's neck.
Yeah.
Man, he was like, I'm doing you a favor. This movie sucks. That was it. See, like that movie should have been, perhaps, it should have been like that part where they're all together. They're trying to survive. When that Spinosaurus shows up that second time and it chases them into that building, which is where the raptors showed up, the mercenary guys should have been like, okay, we'll take care of the Spinosaurus. Y'all go in this building. That would have been a great separation point, and they could have left a lot open for, did they manage to stop the Spinosaurus or not? Then have the Spinosaurus show up again in the water. Then the family had to survive that, and then at the end of the movie, when the raptors show up again, mercenaries pop back out.
Well, they was keeping it focused on like the main ones, I guess.
That's another trope that they do. All the people that are equipped to handle this situation die. The people that aren't, they survive.
That is true.
In this last movie, what happened? All the guards died.
And how many guards were there? Like just like you said.
Yeah. In fact, there's another thing. We're going to the review about that. We're going to the review about that. But just like they don't think. Even go back to the first movie. Why in the hell did that guy sabotage the system to escape with the DNA? Because I heard this was somebody else, so I read it. They were like, and I was like, that makes sense. He sabotaged the system so he can get away. Why not take the DNA, put it somewhere, wait till shift over, get it, then leave? He sabotaged the entire park. And another thing about that is, how did all of the systems fail? Remember we was watching that the zombie version of Jurassic Park? Remember that it was a zombie. It was the island full of zombies. You can go there, hunt them down, and shoot them. And what happened when one system failed? Everything failed.
Yes, that is true.
So, like, if this is Jurassic Park, there should have been a backup system for the cages.
Just like in the last. Everything failed, and it was all filling up with smoke, and then they was trying to.
No, that made sense because it was one building.
I was talking about the other one.
The first one when like everything went to hell, like Jurassic World when everything went to hell. But I'm like in this one, like literally like everything went out, and I'm like, why would you do that? I can understand you shutting down the building itself, and then it wasn't even like you saw a boat waiting for him. So it was like, where were you gonna go?
Yeah, he said he had to drive to the dock. He didn't make it.
And you didn't even see a boat waiting for him. You didn't see a boat pulling up slowly in the water or nothing like that.
Like, Nedry? Yeah, something like that.
And again, Jeff Goldblum. Look, I like the guy in some movies. I think he's all right as an actor. Second movie he should not have been written into that movie. It should have followed Harding, that fake Vince Vaughn's fake ass character, the awesome guy Eddie Carr, and then the hunters. And like I said, I didn't really have a problem too much with the third movie's story. Just some of the
they had to have another one in there.
All right, let me ask you this: when you think of Jurassic Park, what genre do you want to classify it as? Strictly like, got it right there: science fiction, adventure, horror, or action. Which one do you think it works best as?
Well, I know I wouldn't put it as sci-fi. I have seen my share of sci-fi movies.
And technically, it is sci-fi.
Will you hush? I wouldn't classify it as that.
Okay, I mean, dinosaurs being brought back to the present utilizing cloning technology. I'm I'm sorry.
I like adventure and it's not horror, it's action.
Yeah, I think it's a horror. I mean, no, it. I'm not saying classified specifically as one because in actuality, it's all of them.
Yeah.
But I think it works best as in the first three movies, adventure. More of where they're going with the Jurassic World series, more action and horror. Like Jurassic World was more horror.
Why didn't you put thriller? Did you cover your eyes?
Yes. In this movie, it was more horror. Because think about it, this dinosaur is stalking them in this building. They even had the sequence where they cut the lights off as it was stalking them. It's horror. The part and the one of the best parts of the movie was it got on top, climbed on top, like cinematically wise, like for a shot. It climbed on top of that building and like roared while it was raining and lightning and stuff. I was like,
yeah, but
that's badass.
That would, you know, for real, not a happy thrill. But I wouldn't, like, if I watched it, like, by myself, I can watch by myself, I wouldn't close my eyes in horror. Like, oh my God.
But horror isn't strictly scary. It's different.
To me, it is.
Because, like, Friday the 13th is horror, but it's not scary.
It's funny.
It's repetitive. Alright, then, let me ask you this. T-Rex versus the Raptors versus the Spinosaurus. Which one do you think made a bigger impression? And don't get nostalgia on me. Like, well, the T-Rex was the first one,
no.
So it is the best one. No, I don't want that.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I hope you wasn't.
I was actually going to go with probably the Raptor. I mean, it can move. It's stealthy. Its senses, you know, especially when hyped up, are on point. And the T-Rex is, you know, you have to bust through things, and then kind of bulky.
I think no, tell me to shut the hell up. Okay.
I just okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. No, continue. I'm messing with you.
Okay. The Spinosaurus is what I saw of it in the water. It's kind of hell, you know, on land and in water, I guess. So
I'm interested in seeing that. I don't think that thing actually could get in the swim in the water like that.
But it was in the water.
But think about it. Look where it was in the water, and then it stood up in the water that it was just swimming in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how deep was that water?
But okay, so at the end of keep going back to this one. At the end of the last one, Fallen Kingdom, you saw how the Spinosaurus. There was a Spinosaurus right in the water when they were surfing.
No.
That wasn't. What was it? Was it Indominus Rex?
Mosasaurus.
Wow.
Yep. Mosasaurus.
Mosasaurus. Okay. Well, anyway, the Spinosaurus was, you know, is also in the water. So was that dry land before, or did it just fill up when it was raining?
What do you mean?
They were in a lake, right?
No. You talking about the beginning of the movie?
No, at the Spinosaurus at the.
No, that was in a river.
River, okay.
They was in that tugboat going down the river.
I mean, well, like you said, how deep was the water?
Because you saw it swimming up, then it stood up. I'm like,
but
okay.
You know that it can swim, so it has.
But can it naturally swim like that? Because I didn't see any gills or anything. I mean, it might not necessarily have gills because alligators don't have gills, but
alligators, okay. But on land, you put the Spinosaurus, Raptor, T-Rex on land. I mean, that's what you got. Raptors, they can jump, of course. They got their claws.
But see, this is the one thing you failed to mention. I was
Oh
hoping
my
you'd say
gosh.
it. What you failed to mention.
I did say they were stealthy.
Nope. Their intelligence. That's what makes them more dangerous
Yeah,
than
I
other
was
two.
getting to that point.
That
But
should have been the
okay.
first thing. uh, but I agree with you on that. The Raptors pose the biggest threat because they're intelligent. They're smart. You actually saw them planning. You saw them hurting. Not hurting, but hurting. You know what I'm saying? You saw them. You said it was sneaking around and everything like that. Made them awesome. That's another reason why.
Can detect trouble.
Their genetics is what helped make the Indominus Rex awesome, as well as the Indoraptor.
Mm-hmm.
Which we're going to get onto now. Indominus Rex versus Indoraptor.
What does Indominus Rex look like?
A big T-Rex. It looks like more
But
like a T-Rex.
with a longer snout.
Like its snout was like kind of. It looked kind of like a beak almost. The way it was designed, looked almost like a beak, but it was a. Yeah, I spelled it right. I think in terms of abilities, the Indominus Rex was actually better. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what the hell that is. They inventing stuff.
Well,
I like this ability. It could shapeshift. It could change. Not shapeshift. It can camouflage. It can change its own body temperature. It was smart enough to pull them guys into a trap and escape.
it's like it has the face of a large iguana.
See, I told you, it looks almost like a beak mixed with the T-Rex. Now the Indoraptor, I don't know what to say. It showed intelligence. That's about the only thing I can say.
It did show intelligence. It didn't have much.
It didn't do much.
Have much time to like actually do anything. We know it's just like the raptor. It can open doors. It can detect or whatever. It's smart, but we didn't see what else because it's supposed to be better than the raptor and the Indominus Rex.
Mm-hmm.
Indoraptor. So
yeah,
maybe that was the last one. So we can't get to see what it's like unless they make another one.
Which I kind of like I did like the fact that it was hunting them, it was smelling, and I thought that was pretty cool as well. I was like, you actually see it like sniff the ground, try to follow the scent and everything. So I did like that. But out of both of them, I would say honestly, the Indominus Rex actually was cooler, had better abilities. Had better fights, had better moments.
Well, yeah, they wanted to introduce something new, make it better than a T-Rex. T-Rex is old, ancient, outdated. And he was like sending the T-Rex a big.
Oh, this is one thing I did want to say. I did want to bring it up, but I got to say this part now, which we're probably gonna bring back up in the review. Why in the hell did not that Indoraptor didn't just leave? It got outside the complex. Why it just didn't dipset? It's climbing the building, looking like Jeepers Creepers and stuff, howling into the night.
Yeah, which brings you back, of course, to the writing because it was basically following the girl.
But when it got outside, how did it know that was her room? That's what it specifically went to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It said the writing.
But okay, never mind. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now, this is a part of the message that I do not understand about the series. They try to make it seem like it's dinosaur versus man. But in every movie, it's really, man versus man. Think about it. In the first movie, everything went to hell. Why? Not because of the dinosaurs, but because of a human. The greedy ass human. And the stupid one to boot. And the second movie. Now the second movie and third movie, yes, it was man versus dinosaur. But even then, it was always some dick billionaire or something trying to get money out of it, which led to people getting killed.
Okay, the second one was.
That's when they went there. The old dude went there to get his girlfriend, and they were captured dinosaurs.
But they went there capture the animals, right?
No, she was part of something else. But there was a group of guys there that was trying to capture dinosaurs.
Yeah, so basically they got themselves into that.
Yeah. But what happened to them? They got sabotaged by another man. That's why most of them died. You got Jesus. What else? The Jurassic World movie. You could say it was I don't know what to say it is, because they try to make a twist where they said they let the Indominus Rex out just to see what it could do, which is bullshit. But they did genetically create that thing. So man did that,
and keeping it confined, and then they said as it went along, it got smarter. Left the scratches in each, to I guess mark her height.
It's supposed to show that she was trying to climb out, which is it's a good thing, but it's still stupid, because how would she know to do that?
And goes back to what you were saying. Making the animals a little bit too smart. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Wait about 2-3 days.
I'm gonna go predator mode. Even with this movie, same thing. It was man. The man created the men tried to kill them. The men created this new hybrid. It was men that let the stupid things out. They got people killed. So like the entire time, Jeff Goldblum's character is talking about the dinosaurs aren't meant to be there, and it's like, no, the reason why the parks fail is because of people. Think about it. What was it? The guy, the Indian guy from Jurassic World. His stupidity is why all of the pterodactyls got let out. Him being a dumbass is why the pterodactyls got out.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily classify these movies as dinosaur versus man. It's usually man versus man. Because they're either they're stupid or they're greedy. It's one of the two. All right. Now go ahead.
No, I was like, and they just so happen to run into dinosaurs.
Now, this is the biggest.
I guess you didn't get it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
What was it?
No, go ahead.
All right. Oh, it's gonna keep me later on. Be like, ah. All right. Biggest controversy when it comes to this series: CGI versus practical.
And what would be practical?
Real puppetry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Remember when the T-Rex was pushing that glass on the kid's head? Was pushing his head through, trying to get to the kids. They were pressing the glass up.
Yeah.
That was practical. Like that was animatronics and stuff.
Okay.
Because Jurassic Park is one of the first movies to do like a balance between practical effects and CGI.
Okay.
Whereas now, Jurassic World, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom use a bit more CGI, but they do have practical. There was even some moments I couldn't even tell whether it was practical or not, or CGI or not. Like the part where the Indoraptor was in front of that girl, and you look at it and you can see its mouth. And I was looking at it, I'm like, is that practical or is that CGI? I can't tell.
Okay.
So, like, what would you favor more for something like this, practical or CGI?
CGI.
I know Jurassic World, I don't think they use that much practical, except for the raptors. There were some sequences like they were caged and you can touch them and stuff. And I was like, yeah, because you don't need that much animatronics. You just need something to move the head.
Right.
Remember the part where, because even in this movie, when they was they was in the T-Rex cage, practical. The Velociraptor when they was operating on it, practical.
Very good. Very practical.
And then when they was doing more action sequences, I think when it comes to like more fast-paced sequences, it's great to have that CGI. For more of the slower-paced ones, more of the practical. But the part where the Indoraptor, of course, was stalking them, I think they could have threw a little bit more practical effects when even in the third movie with the Spinosaurus, that was a lot of practical. Yeah, even though there was some moments where it did feel kind of robotic in its movements, like in a movie like this.
During the rain.
Yeah, it felt a little bit robotic in some of its movements, but that one was pretty. That was practical right there. A lot of practical. Um, but I think as far as visual, I think these new movies are gearing towards CGI a little bit more. But I think the practical applications are much needed as well. So Jurassic World 3 supposedly coming in 2021. What are your thoughts and expectations or predictions?
Well, I want to see what they do with the dinosaurs that are out. What's going to trigger? It has that part gone to the city they gone to? Has it gone to hell, or did they all regroup somewhere? Which I doubt it. I mean, where could they go? So
Badass moment just thought about end of the latest one where you have the T Rex in the lion.
yeah,
That was kind of cool, even though we all know that the T Rex can eat the lion.
yeah,
But that was pretty
that was
cool.
awesome. So,
I'm interested in seeing it too. Are you interested to see any of these characters return?
I mean, okay, she at the end of this one, the not the little girl but the woman. You know, she wanted to.
Claire.
Yeah, Claire. She wanted to. She wanted to save, but then again, she knew what a problem it was gonna be. So, the little girl let them go. So, is you think she's gonna try and start something to like? Maybe she's older. If they bring her back, she's older. She might try to, since she's a clone, she might try to do something or maybe become this warped clone scientist.
That's interesting. You mean basically revisit the fact that she's a clone? I could possibly maybe see her coming back. Maybe see. Nah, Alan Grant by this time is old as hell. Because Jurassic World takes place, I think, 22 years after Jurassic Park 3.
It's a good amount of time.
But I'm not sure. I don't want to see no global story, no world-ending story. I want to see a small story, small scale story, where I'm not sure. Maybe this family is out in the woods and.
The thing is, they're in the city. People would know that they're there. Why would they go out camping or whatever they do in the woods?
No, the dinosaurs aren't in the city.
They're not in the city.
The only shot they show you of something being in the city was the raptor. At the end, it stood on that cliff overlooking the city.
Okay.
The rest of them, they remember how far that estate was. That estate was far into the woods. Because remember, you said I wouldn't want to live out there because there's too many trees and stuff. That state was way out in the woods.
I mean, there were some big animals there. So if they don't, okay, if the city don't know that there are dinosaurs loose, what do you think they're gonna take with it? People coming up missing.
You gotta think about it. Dinosaurs aren't just gonna stay there. They're gonna spread. Which is weird because you would think that since they're all grouped together, they might attack each other, but they didn't. But
I mean, they're natural enemies, so but they don't. So
they did. But I guess it's like on a need to eat basis or territories. Like we all stuck in here. Like let's get out first. But I'm interested to see how they're gonna get over this. Like there was not that many dinosaurs you saw get captured, and it looked like at most 30.
Okay.
So it's like, how are they going to get over this? Okay, it was one Stegosaurus. So how are we going to have a bunch of stegosaurus walking around here? Like, I want to see that. I do want to see the cultural and social impact of the dinosaurs being. I do want to see that. Like, uh, is it going to be like Final Fantasy 15, where the animals aren't going to venture into heavily human populated areas? Because animals are like that. Like bears. Bears ain't gonna. Some bears will linger into areas where it's people, but most times they have their own little area. They ain't gonna venture where people are. It's too many people. So it's like, are the animals? Is it gonna be like on Final Fantasy when you hunt down the monsters and stuff? There are certain areas the monsters be. There are some that will come near cities and stuff, but most like the bigger, more dangerous ones, they're more isolated areas.
Okay, so each movie, it's about basically man going to the dinosaur.
Man, it's basically everything's aside from the second and third movie. Everything's initiated by man.
Okay, so what if the dinosaurs came to them?
See, this is my thing about it. And this was my predictions. It's going to be another plot where it's going to be man interfering. Because you think about it, it's like, where could you go with it? It ain't like if the dinosaurs escape, it's going to turn to fallout. It's going to be a nuclear wasteland and stuff like that.
All right, so like you said that the state is pretty big. They're gonna, well, they can't go stay there and set up camp. They're gonna want to venture out. So,
especially with all them dinosaurs, like wolves. Wolves' territories could be like, well, I think.
Yes, they have other things to do.
No, it's more like their territories are miles big.
Yeah, like I said, now the dinosaurs have other things to deal with now, besides their own kind. But as in terms of people and the city, the raptor was looking over the city. He was saying, "This is my world now."
But this is the thing. I don't think that raptor will go into the city. It's like.
So you think it's gonna be another movie where man comes to dinosaur?
It's gonna be some plot initiated by man, regardless if they're cloning dinosaurs, making weapons out of them. I think it's most likely going to be somebody's going to weaponize a dinosaur, and there's going to be some type of team or something that have to deal with it.
Well, they try to weaponize the Indoraptor.
Or do like in that Dino Farm or whatever it is we saw with Deck of Shadow. Mm-hmm. Weaponize the dinosaur. The dinosaur escapes in some type of small town, and they got to figure out how to kill it. That's about the next thing I can think of. Because really, what plot could you go with the dinosaurs?
But what city were they in?
No, it was just one. It ventured there. Because think about it. The T-Rex ended up going to where? It went to a zoo. That's how I met the lion. Mm-hmm. But it's like, where did it go? Did it go south? Did it go? In fact, Blue, I don't know. She was by the water at first. Remember? Because she was running through the mountains. Mm-hmm. And then the last sequence, you see her standing over a city. So they just spread.
Yeah, they just spread.
So we don't know what city it was.
So reports coming in, there have been several dino attacks.
I don't even think it'll be like that, because now they're in the world with animals, other animals. So Blue's most likely going to be in the woods hunting deer, moose or whatever.
Well, did they give a sort of description of what it might be about?
Not that I've seen. That's the best case scenario for me. I think some dick is gonna genetically engineer some new dinosaur, because that's where they're going with it, and somebody's gonna have to step in and kill it. It's terrorizing the town or something.
Will it be
3? Jurassic World fallen 20 years. It failed, I guess. Okay. See, I don't know. I don't know. That's best case. That's what I think it is when it comes to this next one. Is that her? Nope. Her mom's. That's adorable. You gotta invite her over. But anyways, you have any follow-up thoughts for the series?
Just not really anxious to see, but I'll watch it whenever it comes out. But as for the.
Well, let me ask you this: do you think that this series has enough content to continue going with the series, or you think they should reboot it?
There have been talks of a reboot. I don't know. Some things some movies it would be a good idea. Others, no, I can't say on this one.
Yeah, I'm like that too. There are some storylines they could potentially go with now that dinosaurs are in the world and everything. But like I can't really. I would like to. I think it has more than enough content at this point. Now they've set up dinosaurs are out in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
They've set up that there are people trying to weaponize them. They set up the whole genetic cloning and engineering and all of that stuff. So that's three avenues that they could go, which they've introduced them. So they already started with the cloning, and then in the last movie trying to weaponize them, and this one they weaponized them. So I think at this point, yeah, I think they could potentially keep going. Like I said, I would love to see a storyline where it's like, okay, they got to stop this thing that's killing people. And see, is it and that's the question in these movies: is it the man or is it the dinosaur? Which one is the bad guy?
Right.
But I think as a series, despite some of the formula that despite the repetitive formula that it does have, what do you think of the series? Like, what would you rank the series as?
Well, unlike some series, it gives the Jurassic series. It gives us enough of both to where we're not seeing too much of man or too much of dinosaur. It actually balances that out to where you're seeing both. It's like I like that.
I think. Oh, I would. In terms of this, I think I give this series a 4 out of 5.
Ah.
Now, what would your rank be?
4.5.
Okay. It's done made $5 billion so far from what I've read. So, but anyways, guys, in the comment section below, we would definitely come back with another conversation about the Jurassic Park series this time with Ken, so we can hope to have more conversation about the possibilities of Jurassic World 3, as well as some other things that we didn't cover. And be sure to stay tuned for any separate reviews of the Jurassic Park movies that will be uploaded on this channel. And be sure to let us know what your thoughts are of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World series. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe button and the notification one to let you know that when we're going to be doing more videos and when videos go up and stuff, guys. And Tuesdays and Thursdays we will be uploading more videos. So y'all stay tuned for those, and we'll catch you guys later. Next video, Narik and MademB are out.